10 things older men should never do with younger women. Did you know there are certain behaviors that successful men never display around younger women? While 95% of men make basic mistakes, the top 5% have mastered these unspoken rules over the years. I've studied what separates desirable men from the rest and discovered it all comes down to avoiding 10 specific behaviors. Most older men don't even realize they're making the biggest mistake, which happens to be number 10-4 on our list. I'll reveal what that is, but let's start with number 10. 10. Don't try to be the hero. One of the worst mistakes you can make with a younger woman is attempting to be her savior, the one who fixes all her problems. You might think you're being helpful, but to her, you're coming across as a provider, or worse, an older brother. The moment you start solving her problems, you stop being intriguing and instead become the guy she relies on for help, a role far from romantic. Here's the truth. She doesn't need you to fix anything when she shares her issues. She's not looking for solutions, but simply wants someone to listen. The more you rush to resolve her dilemmas, the weaker you appear, as if you're trying too hard to be the good guy. Trust me, this kills attraction. Let her handle her challenges on her own. She doesn't need a knight in shining armor, or even less a father figure 9. Never hold a drink when talking to her. Picture 2 scenarios of an older man. In one, he's holding a drink, in the other, a bottle of water. Which version of him looks more composed? And intelligent studies suggest that people perceive the man with water. Smarter alcohol impairs cognitive functions, creating what's called the drunken fool effect. When someone sees you holding a drink, they're more likely to assume you're not at your best. Instead, opt for a bottle of water or sparkling water at social events. This not only makes you seem more intelligent, but also gives the impression that you're in control of yourself and the situation. 8. Don't agree with everything to avoid conflict. Agreeing with everything a younger woman says, just to keep the peace, is one of the worst moves you can make. Many think it will make her like them more, but the opposite is true. Always agreeing sends a message of weakness and insecurity, as if you're seeking her approval or are too afraid to challenge her. Confident men aren't afraid to disagree. In fact, having your own opinions demonstrates strength. Especially as a mature man, women are drawn to men who are secure in themselves and stand firm in their beliefs. Don't be the guy who agrees with everything. Women respect men who are unafraid to take a stand. 7. Don't reveal your feelings too soon. Telling a younger woman how much you like her too early on is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. If you rush to express your interest, she'll feel like she's already won you over, and that's when the attraction begins to fade. Younger women in particular are drawn to mystery and challenge. Revealing everything too quickly removes the excitement and sense of pursuit. Maintaining a bit of tension keeps her intrigued. The moment she feels like she has you completely figured out her interest is likely to wane. Before we continue, let me ask you, ever thought about sending just one text that could make a woman crave? You instantly imagine a message so powerful it takes over her mind, making her think about you non-stop, even if she's currently with someone else or sees you as just a friend. These secret phrases trigger an obsession, leaving her excited and desperate to see you. But be warned, if you don't want her falling head over heels, don't use these. Ready to have her hooked? Click the first link below to download these magnetic messages and watch her count down the minutes until your next date. 6. Don't seek her approval. Seeking a younger woman's approval is a critical mistake. The moment she senses that you're trying too hard to gain her acceptance, her interest will vanish. Confidence is key. Men who know their worth and don't need external validation are far more attractive. Instead of trying to impress her or over-explain yourself, focus on having balanced conversations. Don't make everything about you and avoid monopolizing the dialogue. Showing confidence means knowing how to listen and understanding when to speak. 5. Don't overdo being distant. Avoid confusing not seeking approval with being completely indifferent. Being mysterious can be intriguing, but there's a fine line. Between confidence and rudeness, show interest without coming across as needy. A touch of detachment can keep things fun and light, but don't treat her dismissively. For example, a playful comment like, "That's impressive, but I'm not sure it would be enough to win," strikes the right balance between engaging and challenging her, without crossing into disrespect, for don't dump your problems on her. This is the most common mistake older men make regardless of age. If you burden her with all your problems, you can bet her interest will fade quickly. Women want to see that you're strong and mature enough to handle your challenges on your own. Talking about personal issues is fine, but do it lightly. Oversharing insecurities or showing excessive vulnerability sends the message that you can't manage on your own. This is the #1 attraction killer for men. 3, don't over-apologize. Stop apologizing for every little thing. Many men fall into the habit of over-apologizing, which makes them appear insecure or weak. Instead, replace unnecessary apologies with confident responses. For instance, if you're late meeting her, don't say, "Sorry, I'm late." Instead say, "Thanks for weighing." This conveys that your time is valuable and that you're in control. 2, don't lose emotional control. Never let a younger woman destabilize you emotionally. If you allow her to provoke or irritate you, you're essentially giving up control. Once she realizes she can manipulate your emotions, you lose the upper hand. Staying calm, especially in the face of teasing or subtle provocations, is crucial. Don't react impulsively or with irritation. Emotional outbursts signal insecurity, which can be fatal for attraction. 1, don't put her on a pedestal for her looks. Studies show that younger women lose interest 3 times faster in older men who idolize them for their beauty. Remember, beauty is common, but depth is rare. When you treat her like a prize solely because of her appearance, you become just another admirer. High-value men challenge women to show they're more than just a pretty face. This isn't arrogance, it's the attitude of someone who values deeper qualities. Now that you know what not to do with a younger woman, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep making the same mistakes? Or will you join the top 5% who understand these rules? The choice is yours. Share in the comments which point stood out to you the most or resonated with you. And if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe for more tips on how to become a more attractive and confident man.